Well, I find myself in a situation quite often where I'm a bit impatient and I need things to be speeded up. I make an awful lot of resin jewellery because it is very, very popular. But sometimes I want to make it out of one-to-one resin, or sometimes I want to make it out of UV resin. But either way, I want it to be quick. I don't want to have to keep waiting 24 hours before I can put the finishing touches to it. I also want to ensure that the products that I'm making are exceptionally good and they're desirable for people. And sometimes it's really difficult to judge how to heat it up. You can use heat mats, and there are curing boxes and things like that around, or you can heat your resin up, and then that can sometimes cause it to flash cure because you've heated it up too much. So what I need is something that's going to take all that stress and worry away from me and be able to do exactly what I want it to do. And I think I found the ideal product that is going to transform the way you make your resin products. Now, I've used the word game changer a lot in the past, and I genuinely don't put it towards things if I don't believe it is a game changer. But I do believe this is a real game changer. So I'm going to show you today not only a way that you can speed up making your UV resin and your one-to-one epoxy resin, but also how to make some beautiful pieces. This is the product I'm talking about, and it's by Resiners, and it is a purposefully designed curing box, which I love. It is not in any way a repurposed dehydrator. A lot of thought and time has gone into this, and I've had a lot of input into this as well. I've been talking to Resiners and supporting Resiners on the development of this for probably about 6 to 8 months. I've been testing it out now for several weeks, as my members will be able to tell you, because I've been talking about it so many times. Oh look, I've got resin over it already. I'm so messy. I've been chatting about it and talking to people in my members group about this product. I'm really pleased it's about to be, or has been, launched already. As I said, this is not just for one-to-one resin, it is also for UV resin. And you've got your UV resin lights there and a nice UV resin area as well where it can cure. You've got different depths, and it does come with a very robust silicone mat. And oh look, I've got stuff inside as well. I've been curing some crafting items I've been doing as well in it. So you can turn this over, and this is the height that you want to have it at if you're curing things like molds like this, jewelry molds, quite flat molds, and it will really heat that very evenly and consistently. If you want deeper molds to be cured, then all you need to do is turn that bottom tray over like that, put your mat back in, and then you can cure deeper molds as well. Now, I have spoken to them about an extension ring going on here that can slot on this bit and then this go above it. I'm waiting to hear back on that. I know they're certainly keen to do it. So you would be able to cure quite a lot and then possibly put a tray in it as well. But that's for future Steve and future Resiners. So what I'm going to quickly show you is how to get your UV resin cured, and it does work really well. I'm going to use a coloured UV resin to start with. This is quite a deep mould, and we don't want to cure too much UV resin in one go, because if we do, then it gets quite warm and can distort. So it's always better to do UV resin like this in more than one layer. There we go. So I'm going to have this up the other way like that. Pop that there. I know that that's in the middle because you've got this little shape here to tell you. And then I'm going to put the lid back on. To turn it on, you hold that down for 2 seconds and then the fan will start to work. If you want to change the temperature, you click the settings button and that can change the temperature or the time. If you want to change it to UV, you just double click the on button when it's on and it'll go to 30 seconds. But if you want to add more seconds to that, then you can by just pushing the plus button. So I want that to cure for 3 minutes, and the fan is on all the time, and that will keep the UV resin a little bit cooler as well. You can feel that cool air. Don't ever cover your vents, by the way, but you can feel the cool air, and that'll help that to prevent any warping with the UV resin. So we've now got 20 seconds left. It works and it's now curing that. Again, it is not hot in here at all. The sides aren't warm because it's using that cooling fan. And now the time is up and it's turned itself off. So now these are cured on that side. What I'm going to do is just whop that over like that for about 30 seconds. And it will remain on this last thing that you've used. So this is using UV resin. And I'm going to allow that to cure from underneath. So now that should be nice and cured. Let's take that out. It's beautifully and cured. There's no sticky on that whatsoever. And that is brilliant. I mean, it works wonderfully for UV resin. So for this next project, what I want to do is I want to pour some clear resin into these for a video that I've got coming up soon on a brand new technique that's never been seen before. So I can leave this tray this way round if I wish and cure those up really quite close to that heater. And that way, this whole area is going to get warmer quicker. But I don't want to do that today because I want to put something in there as well that is a little bit taller. So all I'm going to do is turn over my tray like this, and then I shall place my items around like this. And then the taller items work really well if they're placed around the core of this centerpiece. And you can work in your tray as well, so that's brilliant. So what I want to place in here is one of these little vases and pop that in there as well. And as you can see, that is quite tall. And it's surprising how much room is in there. I've still got probably another inch above that as well if you want to cure taller things in there. Now, I don't recommend that you cure in any curing machine something that's massive, like this sort of size that's really deep, because it will maybe cause that to cure up a little bit too quickly. But with this, what you can do is you can speed it up a little bit more by, and I'll show you. So we've got it on for 2 hours. Now I work in centigrade, but this also works in Fahrenheit. It's easy to change over. The instructions on how to change over from Fahrenheit to centigrade are in here because when it comes, it's actually set as Fahrenheit. Now I've got that and I want to look at my temperature. If I want to speed something up a little bit more than normal and it's a deep pour, I can set this to 39 degrees centigrade, and that isn't going to cure that up and flash cure it and cause items to crack or go yellow. But what it is going to do is allow you to warm that through and allow that to cure up a little bit quicker. But for normal one-to-one resins like this, for flat items, I would probably cure it up for 3 hours, so I'd have it on for a little bit longer. I mean, you don't have to. You can go right the way down to 30 minutes if you want to, and you can go up to 4 hours. So if you want to cure it slowly and having it run slowly, that's no problem. So I'm going to probably cure this for 3 hours, and I'm going to cure this at a temperature that I feel is the maximum temperature you can get it to is 65, which is plenty warm enough for curing things really quickly. But because I've got a mixture in here of both flat and tall items, I'm going to set this at 55, and that will be enough for 3 hours. So I'm going to quickly mix my resin up, and then I'm going to pour these so they're ready. So I've got my resin mixed up now, and what I can do is pour my resin into these two. Now, I want these ones to be clear for what I'm about to do in another video. So I need to leave a bit of space on the top for these where I can do another pour. Yep, that should work lovely now. And for these ones, I'm going to use the laser gold microfine glitter because I want it to stay where I put it. So I'm going to put quite a bit in here and then give that a really good mix in. And then I'm also going to put a little bit, I like the effect that it gives, of gold mica powder and mix that in as well. And then pour that into here. There we go. And now I'm also going to pour in my vase mold. Pop that in there. Remember on the outside, when you're doing tall items, around the edge here. And because I've worked in the tray, if I want to, I can move it somewhere else. It moves really, really easily. And now I'm going to turn it on. And like I said, I'm going to set my time and my temperature. And now I can just leave that running. It's very, very quiet, as you can hear. And now I just leave that running for 3 hours. and then I can get on with my next video and I can show you this, and it's all going to save me so much time. It does come with full instructions, and they're easy to follow, easy to use instructions, and it does have a cool mode as well. So when cool is displayed, and it'll tell you when it's cooling, it indicates that the cooling mode is currently active, lasting 20 minutes. So it actually cools down the resin that's in there, makes it much easier to handle. And like I said, the instructions are in here as well, how to change it over from Fahrenheit to centigrade if you want to work in centigrade. So this has now got 1 minute left. I actually reduced the time, and you can up the time and reduce the time as you're curing, because I checked it halfway through and realized it was nearly cured. So I reduced it down by an hour. It only needed 2 hours. And what I want to show you is, as soon as this goes off 1, it'll say cool, and then it'll cool for 20 minutes. So there we go. It's gone over to cool now, and I'll leave this on cool for 20 minutes, and then it'll be nice and cool, and things will be lovely and firm when I take them out. So the cool has gone off now, and that'll have cooled that right down. It'll still be slightly warm, but it'll have cooled it down really considerably. So let's move that out the way. And now we can look at these, all nice and cured under our own terms as well. So there's the vase. That has come out really, really well. This mold's a bit had it now, so it's losing its gloss to it. Look at that glitter as well. That is really suspended in there nicely. And these are all cured up. Now, I don't really want to take these off, but unfortunately, to show you, I've got to. So that one's all nice and cured and lovely and clear. And these two are also nice and cured and ready for me to do my next video on, which is a great technique that I've been trying out for quite a while, and I've now worked out how to do it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on that one. If you want to get hold of one of these, and I should have a discount code as well, then the link will be in the description below. And I'm telling you, you are not going to be disappointed. A lot of work went into this from both myself and Resiners. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.